Now next we are supposed to talk after the definition of ecology. It is nothing but a branch of science which will determine its effects of environmental effects on the particular growth and pattern and the migration of the distribution and migration of particular organism. Now when we are talking from the early times of discoveries of ecology, we will talk what is ecology and its division. At the previous years, in early years, when the invention or when the discovery of a branch of science called ecology was occurring, the ecology was with the taxonomic affinities. Because of the taxonomical knowledge was more at the time, because of the taxonomic affinities, they divided the ecology into two branches. Those are called as plant ecology and animal ecology, right. Now, as the name itself indicates, plant ecology means a branch of science or branch of ecology which deals with the interaction of the plant with its surrounding environment. We are talking about a relationship between the group of plants and the environment in the place surrounding those plants. Okay. Now, next is animal ecology. Similarly, like the plant ecology, we have animal ecology which deals with the distribution, growth and migration of particular animals with relation to the relationship with the environment, how the environmental factors are affecting them, or activities of the or changes in the plant growth or the activities in the animal are affecting the environment. So these interrelationships were studied both in the plant as well as in the animal. So at the earlier period, when the taxonomic affinities were taken into consideration, there are two branches of ecology. Basically those are called as plant ecology and animal ecology. Now when the research further proceeded, animal ecology was also called as ethology. It was also called as ethology. So what is ethology? Ethology is nothing but a group of study or interrelationship between animals and its surrounding environment. So now what happened at the end of the day, as the further development produced the advancement in ecology, they further discussed and said that no, there is no need of dividing a separate or studying a separate animal ecology and plant ecology, because both an animal and plant are the components of the nature. They are directly or indirectly associated with each other, and both have the similar, more or less similar effect or relationship with that of the environmental factors. So now instead of we are studying plant ecology or animal ecology separately, now both are clubbed together and we will study together in the chapter called as ecology. So we are not studying in detail separately plant or animal ecology, alright. Now this one is also, this ecology was also called as environmental biology. Instead of plant ecology or animal ecology, these both were clubbed in a chapter ecology, and that was given a sub chapter called as that was given a name called as environmental ecology. So here this environmental ecology may be again divided into two types. Those are called as autoecology and synecology. Environmental biology was again divided into autoecology and synecology. Now when we are talking about autoecology is nothing but a study of individual animal or plant species in a community. We are studying about individual animal or plant species in a and its population in relation to the environment. For example, if I am there, you are studying about in detail about a particular me in my population of female gender and my relationship with the environment, then that will be called as autoecology. Okay. Now synecology is community in relation to the, if the study is with regard to the communities in relation to their particular environments, then that is called as synecology. So here we will write down autoecology is individual plant or animal species, and synecology is nothing but study of communities in relation to, means here we will be studying about, here we said, for example, you can take an example of me, like a female gender, you are talking about a female girl and it's her surrounding with the environment. In a similar way, in communities you will talk about one group of animals or one group of organism, one community, and then we will study about their relationship with the environment, then that is called as synecology. And if you are talking about individual species, then that is called as autoecology. Now here there is also a term called as phytosociology. It is also called as phytosociology, or it is also called as plant sociology. Sociology. Okay. Now there are two terms called as, it can either be called as phyto or plant sociology. In this branch, or when we use this term, is when we are talking in terms of only plant communities. Like either we are talking in terms of trees, either we are talking in terms of one particular plants like mosses or water plants or xerophytic plants, one community of the plant communities. Study of plant communities is known as either plant sociology or phytosociology. Now this plant ecology also merges with phytogeography. It also merges with phytogeography. What does it mean, phytogeography? As the name itself indicates, phyto means plant. So geography means the geographical area. So what it will do here in phytogeographical studies, what we will do, we will count, or we will take into consideration the amount of plants which are distributed or which are available or which are growing on the land and towards the outskirts or nearby to the water bodies on the earth. Okay, so that is called as phytogeography. There will be no line, very clean line demarcation between plant sociology and plant geography, because both are more or less related to study about the availability of the plants in the land area and around the water bodies on the earth, and study the growth, distribution and migration. So these are different branches or different types of ecologies which are present. Now definitions, or we can say some more important branches of ecology. For example, you have habitat ecology. Now what is habitat ecology? As the name itself indicates, we are talking in terms of the habitat and its interaction or its interrelationship with the environment. So if there are particular organisms, the habitat in which they are living, either they may be mesophyte, xerophyte, hydrophyte or anything, and if that habitat, what changes they are doing or what changes they are adopting with the environment, and if any changes are there, how that changes are affecting the environmental behavior of that particular area. So that type of ecology is called as habitat ecology. Next one is population ecology. Now what is population ecology? In population ecology we will be studying about interrelationships between different individuals of the same species, then and their environmental interrelationships and their relationship with the environment, then that type of ecology is called as population ecology. Means population means what? One species, human race is there. Humans are again of two types, male and female. So we are talking about human population. So when we are talking about population ecology in terms of humans, so here we will talk about different individuals of the same species. Though they are male and female, they belong to one species, those are called as human beings. So this type of study related to different individuals of one species and their interaction and their environment is called as population ecology. And in this pattern we will also study about their growth. In every ecology we study about the growth of that particular individual's distribution and migration, and how during all these three processes how that particular population is being adapting to the new environment and what changes it is giving to the existing environmental changes. Okay. Next one you are having is community ecology. Now here we will talk about in community ecology, it is nothing but a study about a group of individuals belonging to different groups. Okay, then that is called as community ecology. Here also we study their growth, distribution and migration patterns and their adaptation to the particular environment and their changes to the environment, how that environment is changing according to their activities. Okay, so group of individuals belonging from different groups. Okay, that is called as community ecology. Next one you are having is ecosystem ecology. Now what is ecosystem? Ecosystem is nothing but a segment of nature which is considered as the structural and functional unit. Here we will study about the structure. We have different ecosystem for different nature aspects, like forest has different ecosystem, water ecosystem, pond ecosystem, right? So every point has a different ecosystem is a segment of nature which has both biotic and abiotic components. which is now in ecosystem ecology we will be dealing with the structure, working and functioning of the particular ecosystem and its relationship or its interaction with the or interdependency with the environment. Then here we can talk about the, for example, we take a forest ecosystem. We will talk about in forest ecosystem how many herbs are there, how many shrubs are there, how many trees are there, if it is there, what type of forest, deciduous forest, tropical forest, rain forest. Now each forest has its own specific characters. So how each forest type is being adapting to the particular environment, what is the growth pattern, what is the distribution pattern of plants, how many animals are there, how many plants are there, what type of plants, all this, what is the structure of that particular forest ecosystem, what is the functioning of forest ecosystem and its relationship with the environment in which they are being grown, that all comes under ecosystem ecology. Now next one is resource ecology, or it is also called as conservation ecology. Now what is conservation ecology? Okay, conservation ecology is nothing but, like for example, in a place where we are living, we are living in a particular area. Now we are supposed to know what are the resources available, how much land we are utilizing, water availability or soil availability, rainfall, temperature, light, right? The conservation of resources in a particular area. So we will talk in about what are the resources present, what is the amount of resources required for the particular organism to survive, and the resources like how these resources are benefited to the human beings, all these are taken into consideration and that will be studied in the resource ecology or conservation ecology. Next one is production ecology. Now when we come to production ecology, what do you mean by production ecology? What is the gross production and what is the net production of energy in a particular ecosystem or in a particular area? Now when we are talking about some ecosystem or energy growth or growth of the pattern in ecosystem, when there is, for example, when we go in detail, we study in ecosystem there are trophic levels are there, right? So in trophic levels, there for each level there will be one set of organisms surviving. There may be autotrophs, carnivores, omnivores, right? There may be a trophic level 1, trophic level 2, trophic level 3. So the smaller will be eaten by bigger and the bigger will be eaten by larger animals, right? So in this case, what is the basic gross productivity, how much energy is being produced, and what is the net primary productivity, how much it is used and how much amount of energy is utilized. That all calculations can be done and studied under production ecology. Next one you are having is ecological energetics. Now, we will in ecological energetics, we will see the amount of energy conserved and the energy conservation, how much of energy conserved is flown in the organisms, within the ecosystem. Means in ecosystem there are different trophic levels, trophic 1, trophic 2, trophic 3, trophic 4 levels. So, in ecological energetics, we will study about at each level how much energy is being conserved, and if it is conserved, how it is being transferred from one trophic level to the other trophic level in an ecosystem. So that type of study is called as ecological energetics. Next is systems ecology. Now this will deal with the dynamics of ecosystem or dynamics of community and its mathematical calculation. Community dynamics and mathematical calculations all are done under system ecology. It will collect all the data and it will give the computerized formula, and we will estimate what is the population rate, what is being how much energy is produced, all that will be done. Mathematical calculation will be done here in system ecology. Next is, as we all know, paleo ecology. Paleo ecology, as the name itself indicates, paleo means the one which are not existing, okay, the one which are dead, which don't exist, then those are called as paleobotany. And if we are studying about the plants or organisms which are not existing now, which are extinct, the right word is extinct plant species or animal species, or the concern of organism in that particular zoological environment, For example, if it is a place here, in this place 100 years back there was some sort of vegetation, right? In paleoecology, we will study about in particular area 100 years ago what type of vegetation was there. If it was it exists some vegetation, what type, and then what was the productivity of energy, what was the growth of the plant, what was the size of the leaf, flowering. So all that will be studied about the extinct of that particular area in relation to that particular plants which existed in those time periods. So that type of study is called as paleoecology. Okay. Now next one more is radiation ecology. Now in radiation ecology we will study about radioactive substances and their radiations and its effect on the organism and its environment in which that particular organism is growing. So if there is some radioactive substance or radioactivity is there, radiations are there, how that radioactivity or radiations are affecting that particular organisms, and that particular organisms how they are contributing the changes in the environment. So that type of all study is done under radiation ecology. So these are the basic different types of different branches of ecology. When we are talking in terms of ecology, we are not only talking in terms of plant and animal, we are talking about its habitat, its population, its community, ecosystem, resource conservation ecology, production ecology, ecological energetics, systems ecology, paleoecology also we can study, and radiation ecology. So when we are talking in terms of ecology, we look into different aspects or different branches of ecology.